What's happening, financial coaches? It's Pete here. Hey, want to tell you something that I'm pretty excited about. It's an award I got. Normally, I would not toot my own horn, but honk honk, since I'm the only one here right now, I'm going to have to do it for myself. Now, normally I wouldn't do this, but I basically wanted to bring it up because um, I know a lot of people are working on courses, and it's one of those things where I'm certainly not an expert on it. I have built a couple of online courses now, and let's just not bury the lead here. I'm really excited because one of them has been recognized by the Institute for Financial Literacy, and I won the 2020 Excellence in Financial Literacy Education Award, which is also called the IFLE Award, basically spelled like the Eiffel Tower. And it's the 2020 IFLE Award for Adult Education Program of the Year in Debt Management. So pretty cool. Now, the program is actually called Freedom Steps, and I named it that because I was thinking, well, I want to show you the steps to get out of debt, but I don't want to call them debt steps and confuse you. What are the steps to get into debt? And I really thought, ultimately we tackle debt because we're looking for freedom. We're looking for freedom away from debt. We're trying to cut the chains of debt. And then we are, building on top of that, the attempt to be free in our life, right? Have that financial freedom, have financial independence, be able to make decisions, have confidence in our future, pursue the things that we're passionate about and some of those things. So I thought freedom had a double meaning there. Now, it's actually called Freedom Steps Breaking Free from Debt for Good, because on top of that, I wanted to show people how to get out of debt. And it's actually a 6 module course. Basically, the first is an overview of debt. The second module is consumer debt, a lot of the unsecured types of debts we have, whether it's, and sometimes they're secured. I kind of throw auto loans in there. They're kind of a secured loan, but especially credit card debt, unsecured lines of credit, personal loans, those types of things. Then I talk about, the secured debts with, that are primarily mortgages, things that are backed up by property. I have a module on the student loans. What are the programs that you have available if you have a public student loan, those types of things. If you're a private student loan, what are some of the options? What are the rules about discharging them, which is often very different. Then I talk about kind of managing that debt, working on your budget, trying to right size so that we can free up cash for it, as well as your options around debt from a legal and structural standpoint, debt management, settlement, bankruptcy, even those types of things. I did a video on bankruptcy. I think that's certainly a valid option for a lot of people. And then basically why I said breaking free from debt for good, not only did I use the term for good, meaning permanency, once we get out of debt, hopefully we'll have learned lessons, do everything we can to avoid it. We want to break free from debt permanently, so for good. But I also wanted to put in there kind of with a double meaning, for good, for purposes that we want to, produce, right? So when we get out of debt, we're able to do things for ourselves, for our families, for people we love, for the charities that we care about, for the causes that we care about. It gives us, the ability to invest in our future, to donate and to support other people, to help other people, to guide other people. As a financial coach, maybe you're doing this because you've gotten yourself out of debt. Now it's more about sharing that journey with other people so that you can help them. And that's certainly a method of giving, but you wouldn't be able to do that if you didn't know how to get out of debt in the first place, or if you were just fully consumed, all your bandwidth was being eaten up by trying to kind of put one foot in front of the other on a daily basis. So, that's why I called it what it is. And so I'm really excited. Freedom Steps was, I want to say it was a really long project, but it really wasn't. I was working under some tight deadlines to get that out. And it took about 2 months of work. And that was basically something that I worked on full time for a couple months to get it out. The said modules, quizzes, some reviews, handouts, digital tools, those types of things. And so it's nice that, I put a lot of effort into that, and that it's being recognized by the Institute for Financial Literacy. So it's really cool. I'm really excited to receive that award. But more than that, it just is validation that, some other people liked it. Now, I did have some people go through that course. The course is not free. It's a paid course, and one of the things that I struggle with, and, that I'm kind of rethinking here, is that I'm not sure that I would make my courses fee based in the future, that I might make them free based. And, and there's some ways to do that. And I think Skillshare is a site that you can put up things. I think that's what it is, where you kind of get charged monthly as a member of the site and you get to take courses. And I really want more and more people to be able to use the tools out there. I will say this, and it's for people that are thinking of building something. Do you have something unique to put in it? To me, there is going to be a version 2.0 of that course. I'm going to put in some things where I actually talk in more detail about interest rate optimization and what I call, mathematical advantage, using timing to actually reduce the amount of interest that gets charged, which effectively makes the money that you put towards your debt more powerful because it goes to principal, those types of things. And so I think some of those things are, relatively innovative. I don't see other people putting those in their courses. So that was the reason I did it, because the reality is there are a lot of debt courses out there that are excellent, that have science behind them, that have a production team, that have fantastic, production quality, and great presenters and narrations and animations and all those types of things. And it's one of those things where, are you building a course because you want to just have something that has your brand on it? And I would say, if that's the case, you can actually buy courses. You can white label courses, or co-brand them, or brand them yourself. So, that would be an easier route to go. But if you really have something unique, don't be afraid to build it as well. So, this is where I've talked to people about it, on both sides, where people are trying to spend a lot of time building their own budget worksheet. And ultimately, when I see it and all the effort and time and money they put into it, it's not as good as some of the free budget worksheets out there. On the other side of the coin, if you are building something that's unique and has your experience in it, maybe your own personal story has that kind of added value, maybe you found some other method that people aren't talking about and that you want to put it into your course or your workshop, then certainly go ahead and do it. I don't build a lot of courses. Like I said, I've built a few, and I've been really proud of them. Some have gotten more traction than others. Some have really been very quiet. A lot of people didn't take them, and that's going to be a reality. So it's a little bit more of doing it and seeing how it goes, and learning lessons from it along the way. But just wanted to share the good news with you. If that's something that you're interested in, building courses, maybe even seeing my debt course, I'd be happy to share more details or some of the information that's in there for you. So, yeah, just thought I'd take the opportunity. They sent me a nice letter and an award. That's it. I'll see you later.